All right. Let's move on. We will make our Royal Rumble predictions and preview coming up here in a little bit. But there is Fallon Henley is the
Gotcha.
women's speed champion. Mark, a big Fallon Henley fan.
I'm a big fan. Boys of Summer.
That's right. That's right. This Saturday, one of the matches on the Royal Rumble event has a retirement stipulation on an AJ Styles versus Gunther, and tying this to our question of the week,
the 3 count question of the week.
Do you think that AJ Styles will wrestle his final wrestling match this Saturday? Regardless of whether you think he will be done in the WWE, we'll certainly make that prediction. But is this Saturday, January 31st, the final time AJ Styles wrestles? Do you think?
No.
Okay.
Makes me upset.
It's okay, Mark. It's going to be okay.
I'm upset, Tim. It could go either way. It's so close. Because that's where he started his career in WWE, Mark. I know that. Thank you. He was a surprise entrant. Remember, you had a surprise.
You laughed, but when I was making my notes for the show tonight, when I wrote down entrance, I actually wrote out entrance with a CE at the end at first. And I was like, that's not correct. That is not correct at all.
Oh, Smokey, around that time, you had a surprise entrant.
I don't remember that.
Well, I'll give you a little clue. It happened at the doctor's office.
It's big. It's enormous.
And you were also in an unusual position.
I'd have to be on my hands and knees and just take it. You'd just
Yes.
be laying there, spread eagle.
I forgot about that one too.
I mean, the hands and knees and just take it was about a 619. What was the spread equal?
I'm not even sure.
That was a trip to the doctor's office.
Spread eagle.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Ryan, what did you say after that,
This
though?
is so hard.
Okay, all right, well.
Oh my God.
Boy. Tim, you sure you don't want to come down this weekend? 'Cause I can't. I won't be able to stomach all of this myself.
Yeah. Sad I can only stay a portion of the event.
I'm just going to be sitting there taking haymaker after haymaker.
Just one
Oh
after
my
the
God.
other.
It's so bad.
Smoke.
Oh.
It's not Smokey laying there spread eagles enough to. It just pops me really good. I don't know why. It tickles me, Jim. I've been tickled, Tim.
Well, that's good. But back try to get back to the question. Man, I'm sorry for this. He's off the rails.
Oh my God.
It was
Oh,
this Saturday
that's so
gonna be AJ's last match.
Is this going to be AJ's last match?
Is this Saturday
In WWE? I'm sorry, missed the or just
match
Full
period.
stop.
Match period.
match period? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel the same.
I feel like he wants to do one last match in TNA, Impact, GFW, whatever it's called by the time he decides to do that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how I feel. And I'll give my opinion on what I think is going to happen with the match this Saturday when we get to that point. But yeah, I think one way or the other, I think we're going to see him in TNA before he does retire, because he hasn't. He's been fully transparent that this is his final year in wrestling. So didn't expect to see a retirement stipulation in January. That was that kind of came about much quicker than expected. But yeah, I think you'll see him in TNA. I think a lot of people, because today there was a report that he has trademarked the phenomenal AJ Styles moniker and the P1 logo, but he's owned those trademarks since he's been in Japan. So like, it's a renewal of the trademark. So
I think he owned the trademarks outright and then licensed himself.
yeah. So, I think the timing of it seems very, very newsworthy, but I think it's just probably when the trademark was due. Good Lord, Mark, get a hold of yourself.
I've heard the time Smokey licensed himself.
But like it makes sense, right? Because for every year AJ would be under contract with the WWE, all of his branding would be licensed. So the licensing to his stuff coincides with his contract.
Mhm.
And it would come around Rumble time because that's
around
when
Rumble
he made
time.
his
So
WWE debut. Was at the Royal Rumble in
He was
2016.
a surprise entrance.
He had the surprise entrance, right, Mark?
Yeah, I don't think he has anything else to prove in the WWE. It's a great chapter in his career, but I'd like to see him go put a bow on a few other things before he calls it a career. So, yeah, I don't think you announced that 2026 is your final year and then hang it up in January.
Right. Like, and now,
Or it's a great way to swerve everybody if that's the case.
sure. And I mean, if you look at some of the matches he's had over the last calendar year, I mean, he had a match with Cena, he had the match this past Saturday with Nakamura, he's wrestled Punk, wrestled Cody. Like, he's in a way, if he does end up losing on Saturday, he's given us a retirement tour without us knowing it's a retirement tour, which may have been the best way to do it because we've seen the alternative that didn't go as perfectly as planned. But yeah, I think seeing him in TNA is probably the likely candidate. I saw, there's been a lot of people hoping, speculating, whatever, that he'll be done with WWE and have a run in AEW, which I mean certainly could happen. But personally, I think that he's probably more likely to go back to a place that has kind of been his wrestling home, as opposed to a place he's never been. Now, granted, there is some, never have wrestled opponents and some former opponents in AEW that he could certainly have some matches with over this year, and maybe he does a short run there, finishes up in TNA. Like there's plenty of possibilities because the reports are his contract with WWE does expire in like the beginning of February, so we're kind of right up on it. But yeah,
I assume most people would rather see some of those matches that could take place in AEW just take place in Japan.
Yeah, and that that would be cool too. And I could certainly see him if he's not completely done on Saturday, certainly having a match in Japan. Now, Wrestle Kingdom has already happened, right, Tim? That was earlier in January.
Yeah, to retire at Wrestle Kingdom, he would have to do Wrestle Kingdom 2027.
Okay.
yeah, he would have to. Wrestle Kingdom is always January 4th.
What's like their second biggest? Do they have like a second biggest?
Dominion in June.
Okay.
Like
So
June, July.
Okay. So theoretically, he could.
Because it's too soon for them to do. It's too soon for them to do it at New Beginnings because that's always like their backlash pay-per-view, so to speak.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want to build some type. If AJ's going to wrestle there, you're going to want to give it some time to build to that for sure.
Yes.
Big Mac says put him in the G1 Climax. That would be fun. That would be fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, plenty of possibilities. Plenty of possibilities for him should he not actually retire. And yeah, I don't think that this will be his final match. It'd certainly be his final match in WWE. Which any other thoughts on this, or do we want to go into the Rumble preview?
Let's rumble it up.